Think about this for 1 second. Right now, crores of people are waking up to go to work, offices, factories, shops. But here is a strange question. What if I tell you, for most of human history, jobs did not exist? No job title, no set Mondays, no performance reviews. People still worked. Of course, they found food, they built homes, they cooked. But nobody said things like, I am a software engineer, I am a marketing manager, or even I am a government job officer. So the real question is this: when did work become a job? And even more interesting, did humans make jobs to make life easier, or did jobs slowly start controlling us? To understand this, we have to go back thousands of years. First of all, we understand life before jobs. For most of human history, people lived in a small groups, 30 to 50 people. They moved from place to place, looking for foods. No offices, no schools, no bosses. Daily life was simple: find food, pick fruits, hunt animals, build shelters. Now here is something surprising. Scientists who studies these old groups found something interesting. These people only worked a few hours every day to find foods. Rest of the time, rest of the time they rested. They talked. They told a story near the fire. They played music. Life was not easy, but life was also not controlled by a clock. No alarm, no deadline. Work was just one small part of life. Work was not your identity. You are not your job. You are simply a member of your community. And now we understand the agriculture revolution. The agriculture revolution. Then something big happened. Around 10,000 years ago, humans discovered farming. Instead of moving around, people started living in a one place. They grew crops. They raised animals. Small villages formed. Villages become towns. Towns become cities. As the population grew, people started doing different types of work. Some became farmers. Some become blacksmiths. Some become traders. Works become more organized. But one big thing was still different from today. Most people own their own work. The farmer own his land. The craftsman own his tool. Work was still part of life. It had not become a job yet. Now we understand the birth of modern jobs. Everything changed around 250 years ago. This time is called the Industrial Revolution. New machines were invented. Factories came up in cities. Work moved from home and small shops to big factory buildings. Work moved from homes and small shops to big factories building. And for the first time, millions of people started doing something new. They started selling their time for money. Instead of working for themselves, they worked for factory owners. This is where the modern jobs were born. Workers came to the factory early in the morning. They worked fixed hours. They followed strict rules. At the end of the week, they got their salary. Factories also introduced something that changed life forever: schedule, shift timing, punch cards. Time becomes very important. Slowly, this idea spread everywhere, and the job becomes the center of the adult life. And now we understand the rise of careers. In the 20th century, work changed again. Factories were not the only workplace now. Offices become common. People started working in companies, banks, insurance companies, technology companies, and a new idea came: the idea of a career. The plan was simple: started from the bottom, work hard, get promoted, keep climbing, and after 30 or 40 years, retire. This system saved modern society. School started preparing students for jobs. Degree became necessary to get employment. Parents started asking one famous question: बेटा बड़े होकर क्या बनोगे? Doctor, engineer or lawyer? Slowly your job title become your identity. When people meet today, the first question is, what do you do? Not what do you enjoy or what are you curious about. Your job became your introduction to the world. And now we understand when job started controlling life. Now here is where the story becomes really interesting. Technology made work easier. Machines become faster. Computers become powerful. You would think this means less work for humans. But something strange happened. Many people today feel more busy than ever before. Work emails follow them home. Notifications come late at night, even on weekends. The office now lives inside your phone. Some researchers call this the always on your work culture. Work is no longer just a place you go to. It is something that follow you everywhere. At the same time, many workers feel stressed, tired, disconnected. They keep working because they need the money. And this brings us back to the big question. Did we create jobs or did jobs slowly started running our lives? Now we understand the paradox of modern work. Jobs have done great things for the world. They helped build cities, modern medicines, global trade, technology. But they also created a strange situation. Many people feel stuck in work they do not enjoy. They work only to survive. Philosophers call this a social contract. You give your time, you get money. But many people are now asking one important question. Is this really the best way to live? Or can work look different in the future? Now we understand the future of work. Right now, the world is changing again. Artificial intelligence, automation, work from home. These things may change jobs once more. Some experts say people will work fewer hours in the future. Others say many current jobs will disappear. New types of job will come. Freelancing, creative work, online business. Maybe the future will be the less about traditional jobs and more about skill and project. And history shows us one clear thing. Work always changes. Every few hundred years, humans reinvent it. Now we move to the conclusion part. Jobs were made to organize work, to make society function. But somewhere along the way, many people started organizing their entire life around jobs. Maybe the real challenge of the future is remembering something very simple. Work should support life. Life should not be controlled by work. Because the moment job started running our lives, we forget why we invented them in the first place.